Hey folks, what is going on? It is me again, CJ. You are a freak and so am I. Our bodies can do some pretty messed up shit, and fair warning, if you can't stomach me talking about, just disgusting stuff your body can do, maybe click off this video. This is not for you probably. I'm gonna keep this as tame as possible, but just, word of warning, this could get a little disgusting. So without further ado, what exactly are these freaky things that you and I probably can but definitely don't want to do? Like for example, popping your eyeball out of its socket.
I push my fingers into my eyes.
No, not like that, Corey, but thank you for your input. It's called globe luxation, and yes, there are people who can do this on purpose. Most of the time it actually happens due to severe head injury or head trauma. Fair warning, if you are interested in that kind of stuff, maybe make sure to be prepared before you click on the Google images, because most images are from severe injuries to the head, so they are pretty graphic. Anyway, there are people who can do this on purpose though. I am pretty sure you remember the video of that one lady who kind of could pop her eyeballs forward. That's exactly this. They won't dangle down on your face, you can't push them out that far because simply the nerves aren't that long, but you can pop them out of the socket and forwards. And it is very creepy to see. You shouldn't do this too long because it can put too much strain on the blood vessels and the nerves, but as long as the nerve is intact, the optical nerve is intact, you can actually still see. So yes, you can pop your eyeball out of the socket and still be able to see. Should be treated pretty soon though if this happened in like an accident, but yeah, it's a thing that your body can do. I don't like this either. Number 2, you can actually think yourself to death. I think I'd be very prone to that actually. It's called a psychogenic death and it can happen due to multiple reasons. One of them being apathy. You can literally give up on life as a strong trauma response. Another one being stress, like being a war prisoner or things like that. Another one being fear. Yeah, you can actually overload your brain with fear and then die from that. And there's been one notable case of a person who died from laughter. I'm not joking, it's happened. Now the interesting thing about these psychogenic deaths are that they can also have psychosomatic reasons. You can literally believe yourself to death. There's been a case of a man who has been cursed by his mother, and him believing in this curse led to him having strong asthma attacks, and he actually died from those. Number 3, which is in my opinion the absolute worst one on this list. You can actually your bowels out. I'm not kidding, you can your intestines out. It's as horrible as it sounds, but luckily it is rarely deadly. There's been a lot of myths circulating in like the early 2010s of people lifting too much weight and squatting too much and thus just kind of their guts out. That's not true, that has never happened. The news stories about this are all fake, very luckily, but an anal prolapse can happen. It's a medical condition, it's very rare, luckily, but it can happen, and it's absolutely disgusting and painful. Number 4. It takes about 10 minutes for your brain to start hallucinating. You can be completely mentally sound, you can be completely mentally stable, and it still takes your brain about 10 minutes to start hallucinating and going off its shit. It's actually very easy to trigger this, and no, it's not dangerous. All you need is dim light and a still lamp that doesn't change a lot. It works especially well with mirror images, for example. A lot of these myths of like Candyman or Bloody Mary all originate from this. Because as you may be aware, for all of these you need like a dim light source like a candle, and you need to stare into a mirror for a specific amount of time. And what basically happens is that your brain gets bored and is like, hey, there is not enough activity coming from the eyes. Like seriously, there's something wrong with it, right? And your body's like, I guess, yeah. And your brain is, okay, then I'll start just making shit up. That is pretty much what happens. It is not dangerous at all. You can try this out safely. I've tried it out, it actually works with a normal light source for me, so you can just, sit in front of a mirror, stare at yourself, and then you'll start hallucinating. Personally, my head turns invisible when I do that, which is very interesting to see. And the most common things to see are your face deforming or humanoid figures. That is not creepy at all. And last, but most definitely not least, you can actually be awake while you're sleeping. Sounds contradictory? It is a bit, but let me explain. your brain basically shuts off all your motor functions while you're sleeping, so you don't move around and hurt yourself while you sleep. Now, it can happen that you can actually become conscious or awake during this time. So you're literally awake, but your body can't move until your brain stops blocking all of that shit off. Also, during that time, your brain is like in a very low function because it doesn't have anything to do, so once again, a lot of hallucinations. This is known as sleep paralysis. You probably know it by that name. A lot of people talk about that actually, and it happens to people at least like once or twice in your life. Some people are more prone to it than others. Personally, I had it once. It was very freaky. I was lying in my bed and I woke up and looked up and there was just some kind of dark Dementor-like creature floating above me. That was fun. But yeah, it's just hallucinations, so nothing, it's scary, but it's nothing dangerous. It's just your brain being weird. And there you have it. Top 5 things your body does that it shouldn't be allowed to do, but still does. Because in that case, we're all criminals. I hope you have a nice day, night, or evening, wherever you are. Stay safe, and I see you all tomorrow.